So, anyways, back then,
Sorry.
bloobity bloobity blue. The big plot point of your career is World of Warcraft, like because obviously, or maybe not obviously for people listening, your community, the weird metric to use, but I'm narcissistic, so I'm reading the book and I'm only understanding it through parallels to my life, which is happening at the same time. Like the world's shittiest biopic would be like cutting back and forth between what's going on with you and what's going on with me, and we don't know each other, but it's like I don't know. There would be no reason to do it other than the fact that it structurally works out really perfectly, because it's like during season 4, it was interesting like reading it. But your community is based on your community college, which is you experiencing World of Warcraft, and you got seriously I was surprised at your description of how hard the addiction was, and it sounds on paper, just as you're describing in one line, like video game addiction. First of all, you have a tendency to laugh it off because it seems like a silly thing to be addicted to. But second of all, to the extent that you do start to take it seriously, you would therefore then lose all respect for the game. But you weave those highway cones because you're like, this is fucking serious shit. Like my life got, because it started as a great thing that made you feel good. Like at a low time in your life, you were already trying to act and doing these auditions, and you're not actually expressing yourself. You're not close to the truth with your art. And then you start playing World of Warcraft, and it starts putting you in a good mood, and you start feeling like you actually are on honest ground. And then all of a sudden, it kind of takes over your life, and you stop going on auditions, and you stop doing everything. And you described it like in a way that made me go, "Oh wow, this is real." Because I do have friends who the World of Warcraft took them off the grid of life.
Yeah, I mean, it was. I've seen that happen. Obviously, it happened to me, but I wanted to. I hate it when people are like, "Oh, the inherent nature of that video game will ruin a person's life," because I think that's bullshit, right. And it's a simple excuse for people's problems.
You could say it about pudding or
exactly a pudding addict. I mean, I don't.
Or night bowling.
Night bowling.
It's really awesome.
But to me, I was. The irony was when I was actually making a living as an actor, a great living. Like you can work 4 or 5 days a year, and you're a commercial actor, and you can have a great career. You make enough money to live, and then you have no fulfillment in between. And you can only take so many classes or go to coffee with so many actors and complain about your agents before you feel like, oh, this is not working for me. This isn't doing anything good. So my brother invited me to play World of Warcraft, and I was like, whoa, I'm a warlock, and I'm good at this, guys. And it turned into this thing where I was getting this sense of fulfillment inside by just playing more and more and more. And I don't think it's inherently bad. And I think if you can moderate your behavior, that it's an amazing social and justifiable social outlet for you. And increasingly, as we have these online worlds that are as important as our offline worlds, you can't denigrate somebody's online life as being escapism or destructive, because we're all going to be living in a void one day. We're all going to be staring at the construction of our walls that we want to, which in my case will be probably a Normandy castle with some fairy servants. And, we're all going to be walled off into these gardens. And whether that's good or bad, to me, I think that sense of fulfillment that I got connecting to actual people behind those other characters was very important to me. And I will always treasure those friendships and those raids and those clothing items that I won on the raids and helmets and things like that. But the problem was I didn't have anything to do with my life, and I didn't know what to do to get out of the mire of the acting and to get ahead, because, as you said, I went to college really early. I was a straight A student, and I was like, I don't know where else to work hard to get ahead in this business because it's not merit-based. And so I just, World of Warcraft is merit-based. I was a potion master,
What does rock bottom look like in a World of Warcraft addiction? I mean, I think I remember a couple examples from your book, but
I mean, it definitely looks like I'm a very organized person. I love to-do lists, but I would make a to-do list about what I needed to do in the morning to do World of Warcraft better. So I would literally have a strict 8:15. You need to wake up and have a coffee, and then log on by 8:30. So you can do a half hour of farming of dream foil, and then you have to commute from Ashara to whatever other region is to get the other herb, and then you have to start this herb. And I would literally list it out. I had a very comprehensive. I would have been a really good WoW secretary for anybody.
But you also described, you described your internet going out and you driving around in your car crying because the internet was out.
Yes, that's true. That happened too. And so all those things kind of added up to having 2-3 characters and, playing 12, 14 hours a day and then going to sleep dreaming of being a cartoon character and then waking up with an agenda to be more cartoon characters. And it was inherent in just the place that I was in life that I used that as sort of a balm to fill the hours that I didn't know what else to do with because I didn't know how to be fulfilled otherwise. So, I got out of it because I got in a support group, which is terrible. I hate saying that word. It's just so dorky. Based on The Secret, which is even worse. But anyway, it actually got me... Shut up, Steve.
I feel you.
Remember The Secret?
I
Nope.
Nope.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
It wasn't that long ago.
It feels like
It's like 5-6 years ago.
6 years ago. Yeah. And so basically I had this group of women who were like, hey, come out and share your victories every week. And my only victory was I leveled, got a new helm. And they were like, I don't understand this. It's gaming.